Brazil boasts the largest freshwater supply in the world, so why is the country still tackling the worst drought in 80 years? CCTV's Rochelle Akufo spoke to Rachel Biderman of the World Resources Institute to get some answers.
Well, it's a crisis of management. It's a crisis due to climate change. It has to do with deforestation. It has to do with poor management of our resources, and I think a lack of citizenship engagement in the past years to make sure that we go in the right track.
Now, you mentioned deforestation. How big of a role is that playing in the crisis?
So we do have deforestation going on in the Amazon for many years. We did recover a couple of years ago, and now we're back into deforestation mode again. I think it's a function of deforestation in the Amazon, a reason why we're suffering this. Some scientists are saying that we need to check on those facts, but there's some evidence pointing to that direction. Also, in the metropolitan area, most of the forests nearby are gone. We have very few forests, and that is also affecting our capability to supply water. So we do need to go back into restoration in order to gain the capacity to have nature supply our services as nature normally does.
Now, there's been some controversy about the existence of climate change and its impact. What are you seeing on the ground there in Sao Paulo?
Well, what I've been hearing from scientists in Brazil is that there is a clear relation with climate change. We have not suffered such a drought in 100 years. We have been suffering some extreme weather events in the whole country. And this one, as extreme as it is being seen as an effect of climate change, of global climate change. We are suffering in the Amazon some alternating droughts or flooding situations in the last decade. In the Northeast, we see the dry lands getting even drier. The climate is getting even drier. We suffer with extreme floodings in the Rio de Janeiro region. So this is another extreme event that is being associated with climate change by many, many scientists in the country.
Is the problem limited to Sao Paulo? What are you seeing in other regions in Brazil?
In the whole state of Sao Paulo and the neighboring areas, also Rio de Janeiro, Minas Gerais are neighboring states that are suffering drought. In Northeast also we have a drought that is increasing year by year. So it's a very big crisis for our region right now. We don't have a crisis plan. We don't have any contingency plan, so that is a bit scary for us down here.
And what's the energy situation like right now in Sao Paulo?
We haven't been suffering cuts yet. Although Brazil has a highly dependent matrix on, we have a matrix based on energy, on water, but we do have our thermal plants running with oil and gas. So that is, supply of energy has not been affected. But we will have problems probably in the midterm because if the water is not supplied back, we will have shortages probably.
And what do you think can be done in the short term and the long term to help alleviate some of these issues?
We need to basically fight the losses we have. We have huge losses due to badly managed infrastructure. We need to retrofit that infrastructure, basically the channels, the tubes underground. We also need to educate people about how to better use water. We do have to restore capability of nature to supply water. Basically, watersheds need to have forests back or native vegetation back. So some efforts are being done in that direction, but not enough. Also, we do need to follow what our watershed committees have been suggesting for many years. We do have a participatory system to manage water in Brazil with participation of civil society, water users, and governments. And they have been pointing to solutions for ages, but those solutions have not been adopted as they should have.
That was our own Rochelle Akufo speaking with Rachel Biderman of the World Resources Institute.